Welcome to day 2 of reading and learning about dialogue. What we're going to start out by talking about is answering our daily writing prompt. And the two questions that I have for you are, how do you know how someone is feeling when they talk to you? The second question is, what are clues that show that person's feelings, that show their feelings? You can go ahead and pause the video now and write down your responses, and then we can come back together and talk about our answers. I know how someone is feeling when they are talking to me by the expression on their face. If somebody is smiling at me, I know that they are happy. If someone is frowning at me, I know that they are not happy with me. Those are very simple ways to talk about feelings, but you can also tell how someone is feeling by the way their voice sounds and the way they are saying their words. For example, with our example we talked about in class of, no, I don't want to go to the beach, that person is definitely not excited about going to the beach. They're not happy about that. But if someone says, yes, I want to go to the beach, we can tell that person, we can infer that person is excited. Authors do the same thing. They give us clues about how the characters are feeling. And sometimes we don't have a picture of their face, especially in chapter books. And we have to infer based on the way that the character is speaking. Authors do this by using dialogue tags, and they use dialogue tags other than the word said, and they try to give us clues that way. So we are going to be thinking about some words that we can use instead of said. I created a chart of some words, and I'd like for you to be at a hunt or on the hunt for these words as well. If you'd like, you can pause the video here and jot down some different words that you can think of and see if you come up with some of the same words that I have found. Instead of said chart, so some of the words that I have jotted down would be confessed, cheered, cried, asked, whispered, yelled, complimented, ordered, wondered, mumbled, commanded, declared, whined, demanded. Oh, I think maybe we have that one twice. Cooed, replied, bragged, exclaimed, and gasped. So those are some of the words that I have jotted down. I wonder if you will find some of these words in your own books and in your own dialogue. The book that we read earlier today, Verity, this is one of the pages that we find in this book. We're going to go ahead and take a look at how the author has used some different dialogue tags, and then we're going to practice reading how those would sound based on how the author is giving us those clues. So if we start here, it says, Umbles, Aggie, and Ribbon were lazing on some branches nearby. Verity peered at their droopy green bodies. It's not polite to stare, chided Aggie. So go ahead and underline that. Here we have a different word instead of said. And now we go on. Umbles burped and groaned. So I'm going to go ahead and underline groaned, as that is another word instead of said. It's taken nearly 4 weeks for that last lizard to digest. I surely do like lizards, but lizards don't like me. Why don't lizards like you? Asked Verity. Go ahead and underline that because that's used instead of said. Don't interrupt, Umbles grumbled. And we'll underline that there. Dear me, whined Aggie. If I don't shed soon, this itchy skin will drive me bananas. I'm going to stop reading this out loud here, but I am going to go ahead and underline the next spot we see here where it says Ribbon complained. And so we can see here on this page alone, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different examples of how the author has used a word instead of said. If the author had just said, it's not polite to stare, said Aggie. Almost burped instead. It's taken nearly. Why don't lizards like you? Said Verity. Don't interrupt, Umbles said. Oh, we have another one right here, don't we? Whined Aggie. Dear me, said Aggie. So if we just had that, it'd be pretty boring, but we also wouldn't have any idea how the characters are responding, how the characters are feeling. So that kind of goes along and answers our next question. Why do you think this author has used so many different words other than said in the book Verity? So I want you to think about that. Why has the author used so many words? You can pause and think about your answer here. I think it really goes back to helping us to see how the characters are feeling, and giving us a variety of different words allows the characters to have more emotions, and it allows us to see more of their emotions rather than just that. Because with a simple word of said, we don't know how they're feeling. So today, what I'm going to have you guys do is I want you to practice reading the quotes from Verity. I want you to try to match your voice to how the author wants you to read. For example, this one says, Dear me, whined Aggie. If I don't shed soon, this itchy skin will drive me bananas. I would not read this dialogue tag of whined Aggie. I'm not going to read the words like this. Dear me, whined Aggie. If I don't shed soon, this itchy skin will drive me bananas. Because if somebody's whining, that's not how they sound. Dear me, whined Aggie. If I don't shed soon, this itchy skin will drive me bananas. So I've gone ahead and sent to your parents a list of different quotes from this book. You can go ahead and read those online and practice reading those. And then when you're done, I would love for you to find some different examples of dialogue in your book. Love for you to jot down some different dialogue tags that you have found, and then you can go ahead and share those with me. Thanks.